I stand by all of my statements. I said nothing wrong. And I think any rational Jewish person didn't like what happened in Nazi Germany, and any rational Jewish person doesn't like what's happening with overbearing mask mandates and overbearing vaccine policies.
The QAnon Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is doubling down on her rather remarkable comments of a few days back, likening mask mandates to the slaughter of 6 million Jews in the Holocaust. And so far, her remarks have drawn zero condemnation from the Republican leadership. It's a lot to talk about. We are joined tonight, fortunately, by two valued members of our on-air family. Baratunde Thurston, author, activist, comedian, and former producer at The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. He is the host of the podcast How to Citizen. He will also notably be hosting the upcoming PBS series America Outdoors with Baratunde Thurston, even though we have only seen him inside his apartment. And Bill Kristol, author, writer, thinker, and Politico. He is a veteran of the Reagan and Bush administrations and editor-at-large of The Bulwark. Bill, I said that only because we need something to laugh about. Let's talk about this woman from Georgia. What would you like to hear from Leader McCarthy? I saw what you said on Twitter today about one of his members likening a mask mandate to Nazi rail cars and extermination.
Yeah, and then, of course, she refuses to apologize or retract the comment. Well, I think what the leader of the party should do is say, you're not welcome in this party anymore. You won't be part of our conference. You're an elected member of Congress. We're not going to remove you, probably. But we will also support an opponent to you in the Republican primary in 2022. And you're not part of our conference. But the way things stand, when the House reconvenes, Marjorie Taylor Greene will be right there with all the other Republican members, meeting and debating and being treated as if and no one, I was going to say, it'll be treated, what she said will have been forgotten, but there hasn't even been a rebuke. That's the other thing, right? McCarthy, Elise Stefanik, who seemed to weigh in on an awful lot of issues a couple of weeks ago when she was running to replace Liz Cheney. She had all kinds of opinions about vote fraud in Arizona and Georgia and so forth. She can't say a word to distance herself, to chastise Marjorie Taylor Greene for this really repulsive comparison.
Baratunde, it is difficult for her fellow Republicans to criticize the QAnon Congresswoman. They tend to fall back to a favorite topic during times like this. Let's together watch Lindsey Graham tonight on Fox News. We'll deal with the aftermath on the other side.
If the primary were held tomorrow, President Trump would win if he chose to run. Going away, would you support President Trump if he's our nominee? Every Republican needs to be asked that question.
So Baratunde obviously playing to one viewer in Florida. Why is it, do you think, they can't denounce even a QAnon conspiracist in their ranks?
Because Representative Taylor Greene is playing the part that Donald Trump used to play. She's doubling down on absurd statements. She is refusing to apologize. She is bullying. She is spreading lies and misinformation. And that's right out of the Trump playbook. It has been a partial relief to remove Donald Trump from the office of president, but it has not relieved the Republican Party of its addiction to Trumpism. And this path to power found through cruelty, it's paying off. So, of course, McCarthy's not going to rebuke her or censor her, just like he wouldn't do that with Donald Trump. I think it's especially ugly because what she's doing by comparing something not at all like genocide and extermination to that is minimizing the Holocaust. It's akin to denying the Holocaust. And that was a line we were also not supposed to be crossing as a nation, certainly as a Republican Party, which likes to wrap itself in the idea that they're the defenders of Jewish people. So they're willing to accept this too. There's no one that they will stop for in their pursuit of power through this poisonous path of lies. And it's disgusting, basically.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 years ago, Steve King said some pretty horrifying things about white supremacy and so forth. And there was a lot of pressure. And Kevin McCarthy did actually rebuke him and I think stripped him of committee assignments, something they voted against in the case of Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then they sponsored a primary challenger to him, and he lost the primary in 2020, and he's no longer a member of Congress. It shows how bad things are. This is really to Baratunde's point. It's not, they're worse than they were 2 years ago when Donald Trump was president. 2 years ago, they were willing to do a little bit of policing at the margins of their party. Now, none.